Give us a hand count.
Bitch, I do the dash. I will never give you no more cash. Bitch, you blew the bag. Hit the gas. Put you through the car, go stupid fast. Hey, y'all, what the fuck going on?
What the fuck going on out here?
It's your boy, Adios.
It's your boy, Maurice P.
And this is Plant-Based Radio.
Plant-Based Radio in the house.
We got a special guest on this motherfucker today. The Plant Plizzer up.
Plant Plug.
Let's go.
How you feeling?
I'm good. Wow.
Pablo Lina Escobar of the plants.
Yeah,
She got him.
Griselda Blanco
of the
cat.
garden.
Yeah.
Oh,
you hear me?
Griselda Blanco of the garden.
Yes.
Stop playing.
See?
Yes.
Come get them.
Live by the rake, die by the rake.
Oh, come on. Live by
get
the
that
hoe,
good
die
game.
by the hoe.
Yeah, die by the hoe.
Yeah.
I love a good hoe, by the way. There are so many varieties of hoes
Yeah.
out there, and the people need to be put up on game what these real tools are. Like, I stay with the tool. You should see my trunk. It's a mess.
Yeah, I stay with the tools.
Yes, I really do. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being
Plant-Based
here.
Radio, we got tools, hoes, all that. Everything you need.
Drills.
Drills.
What do you need? Plenty of wood.
Cactus.
Cacti, yes.
Because you got to stay on point.
All the succulents.
Yeah.
All the succulents,
Motherfucking
yes.
cactus scratched me up a couple days ago.
Yeah,
I told
watch
you
out
about
for
them
that.
bullshit-ass
This nigga
cactuses.
called me, man.
Nico.
Like, nigga, your plant stabbed me.
Stabbed the shit out of me. Mm-hmm. Okay, I got
Well,
bruises.
thank you. Welcome. You guys are very lit for vegan and plant-based. I know there's a lot of stereotypes. I'm a plant-based person myself.
Yeah.
But wow.
Oh yeah, we try to keep it. I try to keep this shit realistic.
You gotta keep
get
the
what I'm
energy
saying?
flowing.
Yeah,
Yes.
everybody thinks that when you plant-based or something that you got to look a certain way, or you got to carry yourself a certain type of way. Like,
Emaciated.
what's the characteristics of a vegan?
You feel me?
Right.
Some
Yeah.
people think because I'm on here, I'm plant-based.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
Yeah, for real.
That's what it is, though. It took me like 17 years to get the plant-based thing down, for sure, yeah. And then just stick with it.
How was it? How was the transition?
Long. Went through a lot of trends, a lot of cravings. I'm Creole,
Yeah.
so you can imagine the
that's
things that I
right.
walked away from.
Yeah.
And then I did it because I had a crush on somebody. I was trying to impress them when I was 17.
And that's why you went
That
vegan?
makes sense.
Yeah.
They was vegan too or what?
No, not for long. They had a PETA pamphlet and like threw it in the trash, and that was the end of their veganism.
Oh, damn.
You feel some type of way about this?
Well, I was 17. I'm just thinking, how would 17-year-old me feel about it now? Very.
They name
very
out there
upset.
so Peter can cook
No,
their ass.
they're not worth the airwaves. They're not worth
Say,
the
who they-
airwaves.
Walking around with this pamphlet.
Peter,
I don't need any more beef in my life. That would start some beef that I don't need. Is like you
Peter
know,
like the feds. They be finding people.
not Peter. Just yeah. No.
I'm gonna join them soon. I told y'all last time, Peter, call
that
me.
plug. Need
My
that
number
plug.
is 555 plants. Call me.
Yeah, the transition, it wasn't linear for sure. 17, didn't eat meat for a while, and then went back to it at 21. But let me tell you, I started drinking around 21, and being drunk and vegan, wow, it hits you so
Oh my
hard, so
goodness.
fast.
All I need is a half a shot.
Yeah, I'm
when
not even
I go to the
playing.
bar, I'm like, hey, can I get a half?
Yeah, you're
You know
gone.
what's crazy? Because when you was younger, you wasn't like that. I
Nah.
noticed that about you too.
I'm gonna tell you a secret about when I was younger. Though I used to fake drink.
Yeah, I done
I
that
think
too.
you did tell me.
I used to-
I used to do that too.
I used to fake. I was scared to be so faded that I don't know what's going on.
So we just
You
all
know what I
fucked
mean?
Yeah,
So I was
right,
just being that
right.
motherfucker, like, everybody taking shots. Like, I'm gonna drink mine out the bottle. I just do the little throat. Act like I'm drinking. Nah, I wasn't really.
Right.
drinking.
sitting there with drunk movements and shit.
Yeah, you just play it cool.
man.
Take a sip every time, so you just get a little buzz, so you can actually be faded, but it
Right.
ain't too much.
Yeah,
Fucked them
No,
up.
so I feel you with that.
Nah, the young people like, oh.
that's how you do it.
No, but that liquor go through them plants.
Yeah, right through it. Yeah. So, I think I went back to it at age 26 because I started.
Back to eating meat?
Oh, no, I went back to being vegan and vegetarian.
Yeah.
I think I just jumped straight into veganism this time. 'Cause I went vegetarian then vegan, and then I went to meat, and then I went straight to vegan because I just smelled so bad after a while. 'Cause I loved fried chicken. I could tear up a bucket, and I worked at Vaughn's, and I was getting into powerlifting and bodybuilding, and all my protein was from an animal source, and I could just start smelling it through my pores. And then one day, it was $5 Friday, and I went to go get a bucket of chicken, and I tore it up on my lunch break. It was like a 5-piece. And then I just felt the souls of the chickens hovering over my body. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I know exactly what you mean.
I was having a crisis in aisle 5.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out, and it was like this little black cloud that wouldn't stop following me. So then I went back to. I haven't had meat in about 8 years now.
That's
So and I'm about to be 35. So it's
biting. It was gone.
yeah, really like their little beaks and everything. All of that. And I don't know I don't know what or why or any of that, but I just felt like I was eating souls for the first time in my life.
It's crazy you talked about that, and I'm happy you came on this show to clarify this, because I be getting crazy sometimes to the people
souls.
that aren't vegan, right?
Right.
I talked about this on a previous episode, that this is energy that you putting into your body. Mm-hmm. So these animals go through things in their life as well. You feel what I'm saying? Just because they don't walk and talk like us, people just treat animals like they don't have a soul. You know what I mean? So the energy that they went through in their life and when they're being executed. You
right.
Know what I'm
the
saying?
fear and the terror.
Yeah.
I'm consuming that. I feel that
you
all
put
the
that
way.
into your body. So I that's one of the reasons why I started being vegan as well, because I was definitely feeling that too. You be feeling like different things that you weren't having as a kid, like anger issues, different anxiety, nervousness. You be sweating.
True. Yeah.
You get different crazy thoughts in your head. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I started. The first thing it was just a experiment on my brain, trying to see.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
that's
then I got so
interesting.
deep into it where I'm like, I'm never going back to that shit. It's all right.
See, I'm working on it. I wouldn't say I have bad eating habits. I've mind fucked myself when it comes to going completely vegan, just because most of my motivation behind it is just staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm somewhat of a gym rat. I'll be in the gym 4 times a week.
He definitely a gym rat. Every time I talk to this nigga, he like, I'm going to come do that, but I got to give you that.
I get
you know
that.
what I'm saying? So it's like, because I stay so in shape, I make an effort. I drink a lot of water. I eat clean. So, for the most part, I just haven't... I haven't got down to specifics. That's the thing. You got to be disciplined about the specifics. With being vegan.
Yeah.
There's so many little things that you can't eat. Yeah. That's in everything.
Traces of it. That's why I say plant-based. Cause I'm pretty sure I've consumed some traces of recently.
You want to know how deep I've gotten into it lately? I've been slacking. I ain't gonna lie, but I've got.
You had some McDonald's? I'm just fucking with you.
You know way better than that. You can't, to put y'all up on game though.
They got the
to
vegan
my vegans,
burgers.
you can't even eat fries
No,
from
you cannot.
McDonald's because McDonald's contain beef flavoring.
Yeah, and tallow.
Yeah,
Beef tallow. So there's nothing vegetarian. There's nothing vegan at McDonald's. Maybe
McDonald's
the lemonade.
Yeah.
Maybe
not even
there might
that.
be fish in it. I'm serious. Like, why is there fish in this lemonade? It tastes
Probably mix it with a bone.
tastes real Pacific-y right now.
Well, for all you vegan McDonald's eaters, y'all fucking
There's
up.
no such thing. But they did have a veggie burger when I was in high school.
No cap, I
miss it.
I'm a victim of the sweet tea.
Oh.
Whatever that nasty ass jug, I know it ain't good. I know better.
Doesn't Popeye sell a jug of tea too?
Yeah, but that McDonald's tea is something. They sprinkle
It's like they orange high C.
That's why they retired it and brought it back. Like,
Man,
we gotta get the recipe.
that shit is some Jordan shit.
It's
that great. They said we're gonna take it away
that
from
Space
you.
Jam
Yeah,
shit.
that's that Space Jam. That orange high C. That's that Space Jam drink. They got you fucked up. For real. And they got every drink is $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the ultimate mind fuck
I
right
know
there.
you seen that video on TikTok
Which one?
where they had the small cup, the medium cup, and the large cup.
Right.
And they would pour all the liquid from the small cup into the medium, and the medium and the large, and it's all the same size.
That's such a crazy mind fuck, right?
No, you know how they do it though? They make the cup bigger.
Yeah. The same size.
Yeah,
They
but
make
it tapers
big.
up.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the cylinder.
exactly.
It tapers up.
Yeah.
And then they just put a crap load of ice in it too. So you got to be careful with that
I
for sure.
always thought like that's stupid. Why is every drink $1? There's something wrong. Something.
Oh,
wrong
it's just a thing of syrup. Because when I was at a movie theater, it's just on the other side. It's a wall of syrups on a rack, and we have to change the hoses. And actually, people are supposed to clean the hoses, and they don't.
I've been to the Coca-Cola factory. That shit was disgusting.
It's gross.
As a kid, you like, I'm trying to
Yeah,
get
it's
faded off this
disgusting.
soda, so I'm drinking every one. I thought about it as an adult, like that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, if you want to have a successful farm commercially to where you can sell to big corporations, you have to sell corn or soybean. Otherwise, you're gonna go under.
Yeah.
So
And
that
you have to sell something that's
easy to process. So corn and soybean itself are not that detrimental, but they can be highly processed.
Yeah.
They can be very highly processed.
corn doesn't have any real nutrients, so
It is.
They don't really
It's
care
a
about
soluble
it too much.
fiber, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll clean you out.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll clean you
That's
out. It'll keep you regular.
The craziest shit about corn is that how does that shit form back to a full kernel when you?
Or you digest it.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't break down.
It doesn't even break down.
It never breaks down.
Nah, but like when you chew it.
No,
That
it's just
shit,
little
that-
pieces.
That shit comes back to the full kernel. Like it just said, fuck
No,
that,
no,
fuck
no,
that
no,
chewing
no, no,
process.
Hey, that's true, though.
that's not true.
No cap.
I didn't
No,
even
it's
think
not.
about that. Because you eating, chewing
When
it
you
up.
look up in there, I know you check to make
You
sure
like,
what
damn,
color
that's
it
a whole
is.
motherfucking
If not, you
color
ain't you ain't doing it right because you just got to make sure you're healthy. Make sure that stew looks nice.
You need to, because like the what there's only like what 3 indicators of
Yeah.
how your health: your tongue, your eyes, and what's coming out of you.
Exactly.
I
Or I can tell by somebody's eyes when they ain't
Yeah,
doing right.
yeah.
Why your
check.
eyes yellow?
Yeah, eyes yellow,
Hey,
yellow.
you drink liquor all day, huh?
Yeah, eyes yellow. Your kidneys are gone.
Liver shot.
Oh, man.
So, are the people in your immediate circle vegan?
No, no.
No?
No. I've been the only one in my family, and my parents have been super respectful. We've had 2 vegan Thanksgivings.
Nice.
And then my mom said, I'm not doing this anymore, so now we're going to mix it up. So we have half vegan, half, and they have a turkey, but all the sides are vegan at least. And then when it comes to my circle of friends, and maybe like 2 or 3 of them don't eat meat.
Right.
I don't even know. I don't pay. This is the thing too. Another misconception, since we're talking about it, people had me real messed up. I've actually ended friendships over. I have a pet peeve of 1, people wasting food. I don't care if it's meat or not. Somebody died to make that or get it on our table. And 2, people automatically thought that 1, I should be a stick of a person,
Yeah.
as well as I was gonna guilt and shame them while they were eating in front of me. My mom taught me to never speak on somebody's food while they're eating. That's so rude. But on top of that, I don't care. It's art.
Right.
Like, I do, but that's my thing. Like, that's another thing about veganism is that we're not the face of it.
Yeah.
We are not the face
Right.
of, of veganism or plant-based living whatsoever,
Yeah.
right? But when it comes to the faces, they're also so loud.
Yeah.
And
You're
it's obnoxious,
And
and
it's
it's just
overwhelming.
like, yeah, and I don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it. So people be like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you because you don't drink, you don't smoke, and you're going to force me to go to the gym and be vegan. First of all, nobody's trying to take you to the gym.
No, you should definitely not hang with
Second
me
of
then.
all, I know, because first, I'm never
I'm
going
helping
to.
you be better.
I will if they're interested, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, ew, why you doing this and that? But I'll be damned. I can swear on here, right?
Of course.
Okay, I'll be damned if people don't do that to me, like, oh, you eating them fake nuggets again.
Yeah.
And this is not my...
Exactly.
I didn't do that to you.
Oh, they do me like that all day, but I'm
Right.
used to it.
But you know,
Fuck them,
people,
feed them fish.
a lot of people are insecure.
Yeah.
And when you, what I realized, what I learned, what I see, is when you push that message, or when you're talking about it, you instantly get into people's minds
Right.
about health or what they should be doing to their
Right.
body because of what you feel like you should be doing to your body. And unfortunately, it becomes this odd exclusion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel like, oh, well, we can't eat together or we can't chill together because you live a different lifestyle. When that ain't got nothing to do with communication.
Exactly.
But a lot of people don't understand communication.
Right.
So it
Right.
gets down to all of that, But like you said, if you're dealing with people that's, got a problem with you wanting to better yourself, then they're not even the people you need to be
Exactly.
around.
I learned that. Just going into more disciplines, like including the discipline of owning your own business, having to run it, market, all that on your own, as well as see who other people. I've noticed my circle has changed in the sense that everybody around you, earlier, I was like, wait a minute, all of us are wearing our own brands.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Y'all got hats. I know you got hats. Cam's got his hat on.
Right.
We're all like, look at the room we're in right now. That has changed significantly for me within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And I haven't been worried about what anybody else is doing with their lifestyle so much as I've been with my own. So now, being what I strive for and what I put forward, I actually, it's funny because now on my page and my Instagram, I'm like little by little letting these little things out about my personal life, because first of all, it's nobody's business.
Right.
Second of all, it's just like, it's not connected to anything I do. I try not to market any of my personal life, but like if I tell people I'm sober, it's usually a surprise to them because I'm always lit. Like low key, I'm always lit. You'd think I'm on something if you outside of here, if you saw me in the streets. And then also, like the weightlifting or even being plant-based, It's also funny too because some people assume that I'm a naturalist and into like these certain conspiracies and certain belief systems because I sell plants.
Yeah.
And I'd rather them assume that I sell weed than assume that I'm a naturalist. Like I've gotten so much crazy Hotep stuff sent to me because please don't send me Hotep stuff. I'm not anti-Hotep. I just don't like anybody projecting. I don't like projections. I'll hear you out if you're not hollering at me.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Or the people will start sending me all this anti-vax stuff. Do not send that stuff to me. You know, like, oh, homegirl, you know, Dr. Sebi says your garlic is this and that. Please do not send that to me.
Yeah.
You know, like, yes.
Well, you know, people are gonna have their own opinion,
right?
You
And
know
then
what I mean?
assume who I am because of what I do, and then project that onto me and be mad when I don't want to join their cult. But starting a cult, by the way, to put everybody up on game, is a marketing tactic.
Yeah.
So, you know, Jesus hasn't returned yet, but when he does, there's still room for another seat. If anybody needs to start a cult, the seat is open.
All right, let's jump into the
these organic facts.
yeah, let's jump into
How
the first segment
organic?
of the night.
You said you found all my baby daddies?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
we found out.
All of them.
We got the organic blood test. We about to get.
Exactly.
We're gonna make sure. You know who. Nah, man, we got these organic facts. This is a segment where we kick the knowledge on, you know, some of the different things that we know need to share with people about what's organic. You know what I mean? How to eat organic.
Yes, sir.
Or whatever the case may be. What you got for us today, Adi?
I wanted to chop it up. Anybody got a real lighter?
Yeah, I got
Right
you right
there.
here.
I wanted to tap y'all into this oregano and the health benefits of that as well.
I love oregano oil too. I
Yeah.
hope you talk about that.
That's exactly where I'm going.
Yes,
with
let's
it.
go.
Yeah, look at you,
sorry.
Miss Cleo.
Call me now. She died. All right.
So y'all know usually I'm old school. I like to have my papers out here, but I was in traffic and I had to go bust a move. I didn't have no time to go print them up.
That's right.
So I'm trapping off the phone like the new age.
2021
Let's
style.
go.
So oregano is a species of the flowering plant in the mint family.
Mm-hmm.
It is native to the Mediterranean region, but widely naturalized elsewhere in the temperate northern hemisphere. Oregano is a woody perennial plant. The use of oregano oil as a natural antibiotic, you can mix it with water or coconut oil. The dosage depends on the condition you're treating.
Mm-hmm.
But remember to take only very small amounts at a time, about 1 or 2 drops.
Mm-hmm.
These are some of the health benefits that it has. It is good in fighting bacteria, treating small intestine bacterial overgrowth, treating fungal infections, providing antioxidants, reducing inflammation, healing wounds, repelling insects, and relieving pain.
Interesting enough, I was when the first the pandemic era first started going on.
Yeah.
My mom had shot me like a little vial of oregano oil, and I was
Sure.
taking drops of that.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I drop that in some of my teas sometime in the morning because
Yes.
the taste is very strong.
It
but,
is.
Another thing I do, because it was talking about relieving pain, right? And sometimes I got chronic pain up in my shoulders and stuff because they say that's where stress sits the most. And sometimes I'll be overthinking a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use oregano oil and I either put it like right behind my neck or I put it right there on my shoulder. But you got to make sure you wash your hands. And after you rub it in and let it do what it do, you got to make sure you wash it off as well. Because it'll get to irritating your skin.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
I definitely swear by it. I think everybody should have it in their medicine cabinet. Another
Sure.
thing is, I used to sell supplements. I sold vitamins for about 6 years.
Yeah.
The thing about supplements is you want to look at purity, and you did mention that for the strength, depending on what you're going to use it for.
Yeah.
Most of my clients use it for 1 or 3 things. They rarely used it for immunity, though. They used it to put directly on an impacted tooth. If you had like a toothache, and also there's a thing when you're looking for it, it's called Caraval. Caraval is the most potent part of the main ingredient as far as the component of the oregano oil, because sometimes oils are filled with carrier oils. Like I could have this much of coconut oil and a couple drops of oregano, but legally I can still sell it as oregano.
Yeah.
So you want a 67% or higher Caraval
Talk that
component
shit.
in your oregano oil, as well as a really good batch that can last you a year. Shouldn't cost more than $22.
Okay, and where
Yeah.
could the people find that at?
Actually, Whole Foods has the best one I've seen, and also there's this one that's a wild oregano. That one's about 32. That one's 72 to 76%.
That's the one I'll be looking
Yeah,
for.
that
right
one,
there.
the
I
blue
like-
and
I
white
like the
label. You can
wild.
get that
Yeah.
almost anywhere, like Sprouts. online vitamin shops, different things like that.
Yeah.
But you definitely want a proper oregano oil, and don't take it more than 2 weeks in a row because it messes up your gut flora,
Exactly.
which is the healthy bacteria.
Yeah, because
when we're
it,
doing
it cleans out
antibiotics,
your,
it cleans out everything.
Yeah.
So any type of infections, and if you're on antibiotics, don't top them. But it can. I'm not a medical professional, so I can't say this legally, but it may possibly
Yeah.
replace the antibiotics that we get prescribed.
This message is not FDA approved.
Thank you.
Not
I
at all.
appreciate it. So I swear
by
by
the streets.
oregano. I approve by the streets. Yes, I swear by oregano oil. I really, really do. It's phenomenal. I feel like I was surprised when it wasn't flying off the shelves when I found out all its properties. Like people rarely touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it burns, but it's that good burn. You know
Yeah,
that hot
exactly.
Listerine.
Yeah.
Why is brown Listerine always hot?
Oh,
It's like
no, but
burning
I feel
hot, like Sunny
That's the
D.
one I like because it makes it
Like-
feel like it's working extra.
Like Sunny D or Tampico, if you mess with, or Hawaiian Punch and brown Listerine, they all are the same temperature at all times, and it's scorching hot.
Yeah, most definitely.
You gotta retire to Tampico though.
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with the Tampico. That's got to be horrible for you.
Man,
Oh,
That's like
man.
some peach puree.
yeah, I had the Tampico days.
I grew up on Tampico, man, off the back of the fruit
I ain't
truck.
had that. Yeah, I'm about to say until I moved here,
Yeah,
walking
no,
around.
that's definitely a LA thing, bro.
Yeah.
It's big in the Spanish community.
Yeah, man, that's
Yeah.
where you find them in the back of them trucks.
Yeah, and it was fire.
By the gallon.
I used to love the back
They have
of
a
them
blue
fruit
one.
trucks.
Yeah, I seen
Oh.
that
I've never
too.
had the
I'm
blue
not
one.
jumping in that
I'm afraid
blue
of blue.
one. I'm
Anything
scared.
blue.
No, actually, I tried the blue one.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's nasty.
Yeah,
It's like
It
citrus.
is.
It's like it's still like citrus, but it's blue.
it really
Like
is.
it's doing too much.
Because like okay, so
Now that I'm an adult, though, I only drink tea and water. So anything that's too extra out.
you could really taste it
flavor,
now, huh?
yeah,
Didn't your flavor did your flavor
My whole
palette
palate
change? Yeah, it
changed.
changed so
Like,
much.
I
Everything's
didn't-
intense now.
I love cucumbers now, and I
Aren't they the
hated cucumbers
freshest? Oh
growing
my
up.
gosh,
Like, they could touch my food, and I gotta send my whole
plate back.
back.
Yeah, I remember those days. I was strictly a meat and cheese child. Like
Yeah.
I had the worst body metrics going on as a child. I was very overweight, and I was like, all tacos, all burgers. Like, don't put no tomato or lettuce on my burger. Don't
Yeah.
you dare.
That's how
At
my-
like 5 or 6 years old, like I made that.
That's how one
decision.
of my cousins is.
Right. I'm surprised I didn't have a heart attack or a quadruple bypass at 12. It was just out of control. But when I say I'm not a naturalist, like I still eat Taco Bell and I still eat Takis. Takis are vegan.
Yeah.
But like it's funny because like
I don't
when you
fuck
first
with
become
Takis.
vegan,
Motherfuckers too sharp for me.
Yeah, and
Really?
it's,
They
and,
fucking the whole roof of my mouth up.
yes,
Them Takis.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's something about the flavoring too. I don't allow the kids at the crib to even eat Takis around me or hot chips.
so you don't like you're anti Red 40, which is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
my
the
downfall.
chemical.
That's
Yeah.
my downfall is that
Nah,
Red 40.
I don't judge though because it's something about them dyes that get you. Because
Yeah.
I started to I was eating licorice, and then I got research because I'm a now that I got an addictive personality, so
Right.
now I'm in this shit. I take it extreme. So I was doing research and I found out that the dye that they use, and you know how some candy has that waxy, shiny texture. That's
Yeah.
because that comes from bug.
Right.
Oh yeah, the bugs and also raspberry flavoring is
Yeah. And
is beaver anal secretions.
yeah, and they use most of that shit because it's addicting.
It's and
So-
also casein.
Yeah.
So it's dope that you actually picked oregano because I picked rosemary, which
Yes,
is
sir.
another herb
Let's
as well
go.
for my organic.
Come on, man.
And we coming up in Thanksgiving and people gonna be cooking. That's
Yeah.
a great herb to use if you're doing your
Along
whole
with the
chickens and your
thyme.
Cornish hens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hit it with the rosemary, but
Fuck them
rosemary
chickens and them Cornish hens.
Pork Cornish
Don't do
hens.
none of that shit.
I was
Throw it in
slinging
real quick,
turkeys.
Throw it in real quick on you.
I'll tell y'all my story about
Tried it.
I had to sling turkeys for a while. It's crazy. I'll tell you the story in a minute.
So, but rosemary and rosemary oil. It's an evergreen shrub,
Okay.
needle-like leaves, which you're seeing, also a woody aroma. It's essential oil which holds the plant's core components or essences extracted and sold in small bottles mostly. It's not a true oil as it doesn't contain fat. The interesting thing about some of the things about rosemary, it says that it may improve brain function. Where is it? Research indicates that inhaling rosemary oil helps prevent the breakdown of, I believe it's pronounced acetylcholine, a brain chemical important for thinking, concentration, and memory. You know what I mean?
I definitely need to add that a little more.
Yeah, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? So I just thought that was interesting. Something like that you put in your food that contributes
Brain
to
food.
the brain
You can
food.
put that
you
on
know
that
what I mean?
list.
Stimulates hair growth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? May help and relieve pain. You know, just something else like something as simple as rosemary you can throw into your your meal. You
So
know
y'all
what I
hear
mean?
that? Edge control. Making your edge lose control.
You know what I mean?
Getting that rosemary.
Rosemary edge control. Let's go.
Ooh, stop
it's-
playing. Come on, let's do the cross collab.
It's a natural pesticide as well. You know what I mean? So for people growing plant plug, you know what I
Yes.
mean? You might just take some rosemary and just sprinkle it throughout your plants
Or
if you don't want to use no type of chemical.
Turn it into, you can make it into a liquid.
Make something.
You can, soak it in that water for a
Use
little
the
while.
rosemary oil.
Right,
Yeah.
to take it out. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That-
And
that's
just spray that
beautiful.
on your plants. You know,
That's a
use your
beautiful
plants to
thing
bless
right
your
there.
plants. You know
That's
what I mean?
game. I didn't even know nothing
Yeah.
about that.
You know, so
That's good for y'all with the cannabis as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
All those mom and pop little spots, people just doing it around the crib and stuff like that.
You want to use something natural that don't have a crazy smell, something with a natural smell.
Nothing that won't harm you and harm the people that you're gonna be consuming it with.
A rosemary oil would be great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, for the people who interested in different herbs, or if you haven't or you don't use rosemary, get some of that in your cabinet. They got a lot of different uses.
Hell
Yeah, super easy to grow. Rosemary is one of the easiest things to grow, but one of the easiest things to kill. And what kills it, though, is people don't leave it alone.
Yeah.
Rosemary wants to be left alone, and
People snatch it up too much.
they
huh?
either overcut it, they snatch it bald, or they overwater it, and they treat it like a regular plant. And the thing about it is rosemary loves to just be on its own. Now, it's not as invasive as a mint, because mint grows sideways.
Right.
And mint is also another great natural pesticide maker. But rosemary grows wild all over the place. It's actually ornamental as well. There's 2 places I was walking. USC is surrounded by rosemary bushes, and you could just take a handful and take a whiff. And also, I was in Inglewood, that there's this real big church on Hillcrest in Florence, also surrounded by rosemary bushes. Now, when going foraging, there's not a lot of hood foraging happening, but you definitely want to wash it off and all that really well before using it, because it's not being picked on a regular basis, and people don't know that there's a rosemary bush right here. And another thing I learned
Well, the
too.
gates is going up now.
For sure.
Oh, it's on the outside of the gate, fortunately, because I feel, sometimes I ask permission, sometimes I won't. Oh my
I
God,
was just
I'm
about
so
to say,
up
don't
to
go
this.
over there trying to
Sometimes
pick
I
the people
don't.
Pick it
rosemary.
up. that shit
Like,
up.
excuse me, ma'am.
That nigga fuck going to the store. She
And
said
they end up
USC.
shot like that kid on South Central with the radio.
Oh no! There's so many stories like that too. But another thing is a hoodoo practice, because what happened was the Catholic Church was villainizing our, our ancestors' original practices.
Yeah.
So what they did was their method was movies. Movies was
Oh,
the fastest
yeah,
way they could do it,
for
because if I
sure.
can't get you to church, I can get you to go to the movies.
And you gonna play this
like
movie
everybody
50
in here has
times.
seen Eve's Bayou. Don't lie to me.
Nah.
Everybody you haven't seen Eve's Bayou? Go watch it. They
watching it
villainize
now.
and criminalize voodoo. But you knew about the little voodoo dolls, right? Growing up, at least.
Of
Like, that's
course, I
bad
know-
if I want
I
to
know
kill
about
you.
voodoo.
But actually, those things could be little signs of prosperity. But back to rosemary, the hoodoo practice is to take sprigs and put it in your pillowcase to help with your memory and your dreams. Yeah.
I like that, based on the fact that we touched on the brain function connection.
Right.
So that's pretty
Oh,
interesting.
see, you got his ass. That's all you
There's
need.
a ton of beautiful hoodoo practices if
That's
people
all
want to
you-
look
she
into
got
it.
you.
What you
Yeah.
mean?
What happened?
Say
Yeah.
to me with the voodoo.
The hoodoo with a H.
Yeah. With it.
Oh,
yeah.
the hoodoo.
The hoodoo with a H.
That's why
It's from Haiti.
Or they who banging.
I don't know if it's from Haiti. I don't know. Like, also different regions practice different things. I just know that it's African, not
That's right.
Afrikaan. Not to be mistaken
This
with the
guy
South
is crazy.
Africa
That's right.
language. I mean African, black.
Yeah.
Black.
So we're going to keep the segments rolling, man.
Yeah, we're gonna hit y'all with the plant-based players.
But before we get into these plant-based players, we got to thank the sponsors, man.
It's the
Shout out
plant-based gator.
to the plant-based gators
Yeah.
all over the world.
All
first
over the
of all.
world. You a gator, you a gator.
Okay.
Use a gator.
We all gators.
We all
feel me?
gators. Okay, got it.
Innovative Culture, man. Shout out our sponsors, Innovative Culture.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
Vegans in the Hood. Shout out Exotics by Adios.
Oh yeah, you gotta smoke on that good gas, man.
Make sure you go follow us at Plant Based Radio LA. Subscribe, like,
And all the-
comment,
our-
share.
Can't forget our #1 sponsor of the week. The Plant Plug.
Hey.
Plant Plug is in the building.
I love facilitation.
Yeah, tell them about your where they can follow you and all that real quick.
Okay, so everybody can follow me. I'm actually on all platforms except for we're not gonna talk about that one. But I'm on most major
You got
platforms.
OnlyFans?
I was
We're
just
not
about to
talking
say.
about that.
We got the
I was
Plant
just about
Plug.
to say.
The Plant
For the
Plug.
only
That's
Plant
the first one they
fans.
thought up.
The
Yeah.
Plant Plug platform supports all types of work, and work is work, y'all. So,
Yeah. You damn right. I
yes,
ain't
it
judging
is.
over here. Shit.
People
If
give it away on Twitter for free. I'm
man,
surprised.
if I didn't make the type
But-
of music I make, I'd be on OnlyFans. If I was a pop star, I'd slang it on
She
there.
on there doing acupuncture with the cactus needles. It's lit.
So I'm on Instagram at the Plant Plug LA. You can actually Google me. I should be the first one that pops up.
That's right.
As well as I am on Twitter at Plant Plug LA. I am on TikTok on Taylor Lindsay 323. That's not so much Plant Plug stuff. It's mostly like a different side of me and my opinions and my life.
That's right.
There's a lot of stories on there. And also I am on Facebook.
I got a TikTok, but I don't do no music shit on there. My shit is the plant-based player, and I just talk about, I do reviews.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
Only because I wanted to be corny like
That's where
everybody
it's
else.
at,
I
yeah.
wanted to be a
Just
regular.
really cheese it up.
I
Ham
wanted
and
to be
cheese
a
it up.
regular person on there.
Yeah, I got
On
to
TikTok,
figure that out.
yeah.
I didn't feel like doing all the creating because I'm not a gimmicky, antic-y
Right.
person. You feel what I'm saying? I'm natural. So, well, I'll be seeing people make, and then I got 1,000 views on my first video. I'm like,
There
oh
you
yeah,
go.
maybe I'm doing something. I need to keep on doing these
Right.
reviews because too many people, like some people, be wanting to go to vegan places, but they don't know how it might taste.
Yeah.
And they know a nigga like me gonna keep it 1,000 with you. If it wasn't good, I'm gonna tell you
Right.
that shit. You feel me? Just because I'm vegan don't mean my taste buds is fried.
Yeah, absolutely not. But this is trash. I had something that was I've gone through a lot of a lot of vegan chips lately, and they have been garbage.
Oh yeah, they mostly are. Pocky is the firest one.
They
They hot chips and it's natural. It's natural spices.
Pockies.
Yeah.
I like the hip peas, the cheese
Oh yeah,
puffs.
yeah. The chickpea joints.
I had these,
Hip peas
like
ain't
chili
bad.
cheese Fritos. They Pop Chips made a version, and they were awful. If you like spicy
like Pop
cardboard,
Chips, though, period.
if you like spicy cardboard or shoe boxes, right up your alley. But if you like chips, don't eat it. It was awful. Like
Yeah.
it was so bad.
I seen they got the vegan Doritos.
What they call Vitos? Burritos. Burritos.
Vitos.
I know this nigga, man. I chill with this nigga every day. This is my brother, like we got the same mother. I already knew what he was gonna do. You already gonna get me.
Who your plant-based player, man?
Jaden motherfucking Smith.
Oh man.
Yeah, stop playing Karate Kid, the real Karate Kid, the only Karate Kid, baby, relax.
You know one of his
Son of
the
the legend.
icon video.
Y'all say hi to Mercedes, man. This my
Oh
baby.
yeah, she's so cute. Mercedes. It tripped me out. I don't know if anybody picked up on that. You know, like how it's really common to have a nice flashy car in your rap video. One of his biggest videos was Icon Living, right?
Oh, that's my
He had
favorite.
an EV in the background the whole
That's
time,
when I
electric
started loving his
vehicle.
music. That's when I got into his music.
That's crazy to me. Like,
No cap.
like doors up, everything, and it's an electric vehicle.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Tesla though. I don't like Teslas, but that blew my mind. Like he has a water company, and I think he was working on a restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of it, but I think it's called Love You, if I'm not mistaken.
And you don't have to pay, right?
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, if you can't.
They was giving it to homeless people. They were trying to get the homeless community in downtown LA, Skid Row area and shit like that
That's what's
onto
up.
the vegan diet.
That's what's up.
So Jaden Smith, the musician and actor, is a vegetarian and has been since 2018. During a September 2019 episode of the Red Talk Table, Smith shared that with his parents, Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, that he took his health journey a step forward by experimenting with a vegan diet. The diet resulted in physical ailments that concerned his parents enough to stage an intervention on Facebook Watch Show. The musician and actor was he used to eat pancakes, vegan eggs, vegan sausage, all this shit like that when he first started, because that's what his parents used to make at home.
Right.
So when he was transitioning, that was the shit that he liked the most. It said that the reason why he decided to become vegan was because it was for the environment. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to help he's a real artist.
Environmentalist for sure.
Yeah, but he started getting sick because he he wasn't eating enough. He was traveling. He was performing a lot. He was doing a lot of acting gigs, and it wasn't so much that that he wasn't eating enough, but he didn't know what to eat.
Yeah, there's not availability is really
You know
a
what
big
I'm saying?
issue with traveling.
So
as
a lot of
plant-based
things
person.
when you, I say when you become vegan, like I tell everybody, make sure you get your knowledge first.
Right.
And don't just jump in there because you definitely can get sick. He started turning gray. He said he was lacking energy. He was getting headaches all the time.
He was turning gray?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he said he wasn't even drinking enough water though.
Yeah.
He was he was working too much. That's what we talk about on this show a lot. You got to definitely, because that's keeping it playing like our last
Right,
segment.
absolutely.
You got to make sure that you drinking enough water and you eating the right things.
Definitely. Self-care.
Definitely. He is not vegan anymore. He stopped eating meat mainly for the environment and because he's lactose intolerant like all niggas.
Right.
That cow milk.
Yeah.
Cheddar Man. You guys know about Cheddar Man?
I know about the Cheddar Boys.
Yeah, I know about the Cheddar
You
Boys
know what
too.
Cheddar Man?
I know
The
about
man-
the 50 Boys.
Cheddar Man, the guy that they found in the UK, he was from like what 4,000 years ago or like 11,000 years ago.
He was made of cheddar?
No, they called him Cheddar Man because you gotta Google him to see how he looks.
He got
because
cheesy teeth.
no, it's because it's shown that back then man was not able to tolerate dairy at all.
Oh yeah.
It's at zero.
It's not made for
Zero.
You, man. It's not-
So they called him Cheddar Man because
Like-
it would have tore his guts up.
past when you're not a baby anymore, you get off the nipple. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
why would you still drink a cow's milk the rest of your life after you get off the titty?
Yeah, so Cheddar Man, look him up. It might scare you a little bit, but Cheddar Man, and he was definitely black.
Yeah.
There he is.
Come on, Cheddar Man. Shout out to the producers in the
Shout
back.
out to that Jerry curl.
Yeah, he got the Easy E with the leather face. Oh, and Jaden Smith opened a plant-based food
Lord.
truck, and he also designed vegan leather shoes.
Oh,
so
that's
shout out
awesome.
to my guy, because like no cap, I plan on taking it that far. I know I got on Gucci
Yeah.
right now, but I plan on going all the way that far. To where I'm
Yeah.
not
Oh, there's
rocking with
cactus
the
leather now.
I'm not rocking with the leather, the furs, any of that in that nature.
Yeah. That's what's
Tell us
up.
about your plant-based player, man.
Shout out to Jaden Smith.
Shout out to my guy Karate Kid.
You know what I mean? Shout out to Big Will. Hold it down, bro. You know what I mean? Going through a lot of things in these streets.
Black men don't cheat.
Yo, my plant-based player is the one and only. They call him the point guard. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul.
All right.
One of these guys I mark my game off of, I can honestly say. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, but... No, real talk. But he's been a vegan since 2019.
Okay.
He has experienced substantial improvement to his overall health, performance, and recovery, both on and off the court, which you see he's been playing in the game for almost 20 years. You know, he hasn't quite reached the mountaintop. They got to the finals. He ain't got him in the ring yet, but I mean, one of the best point guards, one of the best true point guards to play the game of basketball for sure. So him changing his diet and the way he treats his body is definitely important to playing that game, you know, at the highest level continuously. So that's important. He's also the founder of the Social Change Fund, which counts Beyond Meat as an investor.
I was definitely about to ask that, but I
That
didn't
stock
wanna, I didn't
crapped
wanna
out
jump.
though. I'm so mad. I had to sell it yesterday. Go ahead.
And he's also involved in this drink that I like, Koya. Koya is this plant-based
Oh, that's
drink.
his.
He's invested into that drink. Yeah,
I buy those like crazy. Those are a
Yeah,
good
I
plant-based protein drink, and they're two for $4 right now at Vaughn's.
Yeah, I really
Fire.
like those drinks. They got different flavors. They got a lot of protein in them.
They do.
You know,
20 grams, I think.
yeah, some of them have 20, some
Yeah,
have 18.
yeah.
You know, I looked at it as
The vanilla bean's my favorite. That
you
one
know,
is so good.
I would get them during work. I get them on my lunch break at work.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was something that, like, you know, when I just need something just to chill, but give me something. You know
Right.
what I mean? Instead of eating something heavy, I would just drink one of those and eat
Those
something
are
small.
his. Good to know. Like I say, you never know who owns and runs these drinks. Like when it comes to product, you know, we don't know who we're supporting, and it's that easy. Like Vita Coco, there was a time where Rihanna got a nickel for every coconut water sold. That's a
Yeah.
lot of coconut
Oh,
nickels.
no cap. That's fire.
Yeah, so
he's also in the process of getting vegan vending machines.
there you
You
go.
know, so you can put those drinks and other vegan products in the vegan vending machines.
Stole my idea.
There you go.
Nah,
John
you
Sally's
know,
also
y'all,
vegan.
Y'all just get great minds think alike, you
No
know?
cap.
You can still
Yeah.
get the plant-based.
Have you been to his
vending machine.
restaurant?
Plant-based.
You know, I think it's in.
You said John Sally?
Yeah, he opened a plant-based restaurant during the
I
pandemic.
fucks with John Sally too.
Yeah.
All right,
I
shout
like
out
him in
John
that,
Sally.
and that
Vegan
movie
soul
Eddie
food.
with Whoopi
Yeah.
Goldberg.
John
That
Sally's
was my guy
vegan.
as a kid.
I think it's called Organics. I don't know where it is, but I follow him on Instagram. But yeah, that's his restaurant. The food looks amazing. I haven't been.
Yeah. Shout out to the NBA culture getting involved in the vegan lifestyle, man.
Right.
That's definitely important. You know, they are the, you know, especially when it comes to pushing messages to the youth.
Yeah, because their voice matters, definitely.
Their voice matters.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what they say or the things they invest in or put their time into is big when it comes to young people and just culture, period.
Right.
So, you know, shout out Chris Paul.
No cap.
Right. I think I met him once and didn't know who he was.
CP3.
He came.
that nigga your height.
Wasn't he on the Blazers or something? The Trailblazers?
Nah.
What team was he on?
Now you gotta guess again.
Oh Lord, not right now. This was 2000. This was 2019.
Nah, he wasn't. Nah, he was on. He was either in Oklahoma. He was in Houston.
Houston, there it is, and they went to the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's this guy that came in a I know the logos, right? I played. No, I'm thinking of video games. Sorry. So I played NBA Jam growing up, so I learned the logos.
Yeah.
So this guy came in. He was about 6'4", 5", and he had this older guy behind him in a tracksuit. I was like, okay. And then he bought something from me, and I said, honey, I'm going to have to see that ID. And he started laughing, and everybody was staring at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know how old he is. And then he bought what he bought, and he walked away, and they're like, do you know who that was? I was like, a basketball player? And I was trying to be nice, and then I saw his ID. I was like, whoops. Whoops. Nice guy, though. Nice guy. In his 20s, apparently.
Shout out CP, man.
You know, there it goes. But I was nice about it. I wasn't rude to him. I was just like, you look under 30. So I have to ask. But it turns out that was him, you know? Like, yeah.
Let's spin it to this next segment.
What we smoking, man?
Yeah.
What you smoking,
You know,
brother?
I'm still smoking on this Adios.
You got some of that Adios pack?
Yeah. Sponsors better tap in if y'all want some, ain't no free sponsorships.
Yeah. We want to promote.
I know Koya
Yeah.
better cut that check. We just hyped him all the way up.
No
I got
cap.
some of this. All right? You feel
Let's
me?
go.
What you smoking on over
I'm
there?
smoking some of this. This some Supreme Gelato. You know what I mean? It's
Let me
some
see about
gelato. They put the Supreme name on it. You know what I mean?
Definitely some Lotto.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. You know?
So you don't smoke, right?
No, I do not. I do not partake.
You don't inhale
Let me
these
give
plants.
you some game about this Girl Scout cookies.
About to
and
teach
where it
you
come
about the
from. I
Girl
know you heard
Scout
about Girl
cookies.
Scout cookies, right?
Yes, of
The
course.
strain?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. So it's a strain.
Oh, two of their flavors are vegan, though, the
It's a
cookies.
strain called
Which
Girl
ones?
Scout.
I think was it coconut?
The Samoas.
The coconut one is?
I don't
sit
think
here and
so
tell me
because
this
it got
And the
chocolate in
lemon.
it.
The lemon one is for sure.
The Samoas. That's the one with the coconut.
Yeah, and the lemon one is vegan, too.
Yeah, they fucked
Okay.
up.
Initially known as Girl Scout cookies. It was bred sometime around 2012 by the Bay Area Cookie Family, also known as Cookie Fam Genetics,
Shout out to Cookie Family.
for sure. A collective that includes well-known breeders like Berner, Jigga, and Sherbinskis, amongst others. The group spent most of the time in the shadows, so a lot of their genetics are secret. But it's believed that GSC is a cross of an OG Kush and a Durban Poison. The result is a sativa-dominant hybrid with a potent high that makes many consumers feel relaxed, euphoric, and happy. Brands like Cookie, Sherbinski, and Los Angeles-based Jungle Boys carved out a section within weed culture centered around hype and expectation. The hype is seeing a new cookie product like the Runts or Lemonade product lines and thinking, man, is it really fire as everyone's saying? That's the expectation that it should be based on the GSC legacy. The story of Cookie's influence on weed and rap culture begins with Girl Scout cookies when 2010 Berner turned on Wiz Khalifa, then a little known rapper, to the now uber fame strain Girl Scout cookies is written by fellow Weed Maps News. Over the years, Girl Scout cookies have won several High Times Cannabis Cups, including first place, Best Hybrid at the 2013 Southern California Cannabis Cup. And like OG Kush before it, Girl Scout cookies' influence has led to a new generation of strands that push weed culture and taste into the future.
If you could compare the Girl Scout cookies run to a rapper's run? How could you can compare Girl Scout cookies?
Can it be a rapper from 2010?
It's from whenever.
Please don't say Drake.
Think about an artist that had a good run. How long did Girl Scout cookies reign?
Busta Rhymes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I say Busta Rhymes.
I was gonna say because I mean it's
because
still
it was like when it was new, it was the only strain people were smoking, and then it got kind of watered down because it got mixed with so many other different things, and a lot of new shit and new flavors came and put it to the back. But that shit's still around today, and it's still something that you're gonna put into the play.
If you come across some good Girl Scout, you're gonna be like, oh, this
and
that.
if you come across some new Buster, you're gonna slap it in
That's
and
for
at
sure.
least give it a try.
I respect that answer.
Yeah.
That's what's up right there.
100.
That good Girl Scout cookie pack.
So you've never smoked?
Oh, I have plenty of
okay.
times. Yeah, we used to mess with roars back in my day. That's what the kids used to do. A nice
You said roars?
A nice roar. Yeah, we'll get you where you need to be.
A roar.
A roar.
What's a roar?
A roar. You know what I'm talking about.
This nigga's confused.
A
Like-
roar. R.
Like a raw joint?
No. This predates backwoods. All that. A roar. Like that was the pinnacle of pieces. If you had a roar, they started at 150.
Oh, a roar.
A roar.
Oh, you're talking about like bongs and shit.
Yes.
Like that. That's what that
A
shit
roar.
is. See, it's been a while.
It has been a very long time.
Yeah.
That was almost 20
Okay.
years ago. Just to let you know.
2020. Okay.
Yeah.
That was like, yeah. See, when I didn't
I
hit
seen that nigga light bulb go off.
Yeah, there was no dabs. There was no wax.
I didn't hit a bong until like 2005 or 6.
That was a good time. That was
And
a good time.
my first experience was very bad. I thought I almost died.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Because it was my man's had the snow cap. It was some Russian kids, and they
Yeah.
had pounds of the snow cap.
You know.
Yeah, they had pounds of that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I was chilling. We was hanging out.
I remember when the snow cap first dropped.
Yeah, that snow cap was
Roy.
gas. You know what I mean? So we chopping it up, and you know I'm used to hitting blunts, but they just pinching doing they bongs. I'm like, damn, what the, you know? So they showed me. I damn near cleared it on the first one, and I was cool. And about 10 seconds later, it was just a whole nother world the way the weed hit you, because all of it go in at that one time.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
you eventually after a few,
Lord, I'm sorry.
it's simple, but yeah,
You can't. You
they
can't
used
clear a roar. Not everybody could.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, and those airbag things just came out too at the
volcanoes?
time. Yeah, I remember those. That was
Yeah.
fun. What else? I remember I used to hang out with a group of Hawaiians in Hollywood, and every other shop was a smoke shop. So we'd go and get these nice pieces, but they knew how to smoke. Like one time, it was 420, and they had a barbecue, and we were together all day. And it was different hanging out with people that it was weed oriented groups of friends compared to alcohol oriented groups of friends. So it was weed oriented, and somehow they thought it was. They thought it was funny for 20 of us to get together, and the biggest blunt I've ever seen in my life, it was 3 ounces.
Oh, so that was that like one of your first experiences? Was
Oh,
smoking
absolutely.
the blunt?
I would have died. Oh, smoking a blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So blunts were first. Like everybody, I remember when the grape blunts first hit
Swishers?
South Central.
He was on them grape
The
switches.
whole block smelled like burnt Kool-Aid.
For
It
sure.
was crazy. Everybody and
Yeah.
their mom was on grape swishers.
Yeah, them grape swishers
I
was
remember when
crazy.
that first
Those
hit.
had a run
If they
like-
weren't grape,
Kool-Aid.
if they,
Them
the
motherfuckers
whole,
had a run
like you can
like-
go
I
outside
don't
and
know
just
who
smell
that-
it. I remember when those grapes hit, and then, but I would say like one of the memories, 'cause I haven't thought about these things in so long. One of the biggest memories was just that 3 ounce blunt, and we all passed it around, and it was just like, it didn't seem real at all, and it was just a really good time. But what and see, now I'm like thinking like my past with it, like the first time I tried to grow.
20 people just smoking one blunt.
Yeah.
Damn.
And everybody can only take about 1 hit or 1 pull, and that's it, because it was too much. They had to put it out.
Yeah, I would say I was.
They
just
had to put it
wasting
out.
weed.
Yeah, because we hotboxed too in somebody's apartment, and it was just like trains of smoke
Damn.
That's crazy.
for like hours. Yeah, and it was super illegal back then too, like super duper illegal. So That was a good time. It was good.
What year was this you talking about?
This is 2005, 2006.
You talking like this was like
This year was-
19...
I thought it was like 1972.
72.
What the fuck was you born, nigga? I was 5 and 6.
I'm sitting here thinking the same shit. Like, when are you talking about?
Yeah, very illegal.
It was
I thought you were
illegal.
talking about when
Very
my parents were
illegal.
kids.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
Yeah,
That's
we
so
gone
funny.
for it. I started thinking about it. I'm like, damn, you from a whole nother era? Like, I'm like, they had roars
And
back
then
in...
it's inappropriate to ask you how old you
Oh,
are.
no, it's
I
totally
couldn't- I
fine.
just had to imagine.
No, it's fine. I'm about to be 35.
I'm like,
so it's
damn.
totally fine.
So you was in the civil rights weed era.
Angela Davis said that.
Rosa Parks. and shit.
Smoking.
We was fighting to get on the bus and getting high. We had the roars. We was smoking weed out. It was crazy.
That's where Popeye got his pipe from. That was from us.
We got that shit from us. We been doing
The
that.
corn cob pipe.
South Central, 1973.
No cap. Hey, man, let's spin into this next segment real quick. Y'all funny as hell. This body fuel.
Body fuels.
I
Let's
wanted
talk
to
about
tap
it.
y'all in a little bit on mango.
Mango. Love mangoes.
Mango is native to India and South Asia, and people have cultivated it for 4,000 years. Hundreds of types of mangoes exist, each within own characteristics, taste, shape, size, and color. The fruit is not only delicious, but it also boasts an impressive nutritional profile. In fact, studies link mango and its nutrients nutrients to several health benefits. That's why I need my glasses. Nigga talking about nutrients, such as improved immunity and digestive health. They said the fruit might even lower the risk of certain cancers. It says, but eating mango in excess can cause diarrhea. Mangoes contain high amount of sugar, which can harm diabetic patients. Some people may be allergic to mango and may complain of runny nose, difficulty in breathing, stomach pain, and sneezing. Got to tell you all the downfalls too as well. Mangoes are a good source of fiber and antioxidants, including vitamin C, which means they support a healthy immune system and may fight chronic and inflammatory diseases. They also contain nutrients that support eye and skin health and are a good part of the overall healthy diet.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
So definitely tap in with them mangoes. Don't overdo it. My brother used to fucking peel mangoes all day long.
I have two at home waiting for me.
Stomach be on fire.
I really do. I've been thinking about those mangoes all day.
Man, mangoes is what's up because you can juice them.
Oh,
You know what I
also, being high in calories, mango can cause weight gain for some people.
Yeah.
So people that's trying to lose some weight, I suggest don't eat too many mangoes.
And also for people who's trying to gain weight, maybe that's
Eat the
something
mango.
Up those,
you wanna,
up those mangoes.
You want to throw that in, like maybe you taking some type of supplement to build muscle.
And make a mango
You know?
cornbread and do some squats.
Mango cornbread?
Mango
Mango
jalapeno.
cornbread?
Start making random mango shit.
Yeah, no cap.
Mango cornbread.
So my body fuel, I picked omega 3s, omega 3 fatty acids.
What
you
source?
know. Well, that's the thing is you can get it from a lot of different sources. You know, it's you can get them from fish. A lot of people think that most of it you can get from fish, but it's actually vegetables and other things you can get.
Yeah.
They say fatty fish is an excellent dietary source. This is from Medical News Today, by the way.
Okay.
It's an excellent dietary source of omega-3s. People can also meet the recommended omega-3 intake by eating plant-based foods, including omega-3 rich vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Plant sources such as nuts and seeds are rich in ALA, while fish, seaweed, and algae can provide DHA and EPA fatty acids. Eating a variety of omega-3 sources is important. So, for the people who, you know, like I'm about to say, all these different sources of, all these different, what am I trying to say? All these different facts and all these different things you need from omega-3s. I want to tell people about some of the things that it can help you with, because this is a supplement, and these are the types of foods you should be putting in your diet.
Right.
When you're looking for the types of things to add into your vegan diet, you want to, why am I eating it?
Right.
Besides just vegetables.
That's the number one question.
You know what I mean? So you want to eat things that have certain things in them. Omega-3s fight depression and anxiety. Depression is one of the most common mental disorders in the world. Anxiety, also a common disorder, is characterized by constant worry and nervousness. Interestingly, studies indicate that people who consume omega-3s regularly are less likely to be depressed. So that's a big deal. For the people who changing their diet, like you said, you wanted to see if it changed how you thought.
Right.
There you go, right there. Changing the diet to plant-based meals and eating certain vegetables was helping. You was getting the omega-3s from some of these items, and it was affecting your mind. It can improve eye health. It can promote brain and health during pregnancy and early life. You always hear the I ain't gonna say it's a myth, but a lot of women, they eat pickles and peanut butter when they pregnant, and all these different ice cream, all these different random things when you're pregnant. But then you need to be thinking about your child's health. You need to be thinking about your health while you're in that stage. So why are you eating these certain things? Omega-3s help with higher intelligence, better communication and social skills, fewer behavioral problems, decreased risk development. You know what I mean? So it can improve factors for heart disease, which is killing us, black people specifically. One of my partners is saying his grandma had a stroke or something like that. I'm like, how's her diet? She need to change that. You know what I mean? Your blood pressure, blood clots. These are the type of things we deal with eating the way we eat. So you want to eat things that have omega-3 fatty acids in them, or work on including these types of things in your diet. Figure out what type of things you're eating that have those traits and those qualities. And go in on that,
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, my favorite source is definitely flax. It's the most inexpensive, and also flax oil specifically. If you want more fiber, you definitely want to get the whole seed. If you want it specifically for the omegas, you want to get the oil. The oil is a fat, not a cooking fat, because its smoking point is really bad. But what I did notice and what I did find out is that omega-3s, 6 and 9s, and ELAs and ALAs, and as well as DHA.
EPMD?
See, now you're telling people how old I am, and I don't appreciate it.
My bad. I thought you said
EPMD.
We back in business.
The thing about it is fish oil is absorbed differently than flax oil. Flax oil has a lot more abundance and is also lower cost. So per serving of flax oil, you can get 1,600 milligrams, where a lot of fish oils that have horrible purity and they don't have any standards or testing, you get 300 if absorbed. But are you paying the same price? Actually, you're paying $30 for a month's worth of fish oils, $30 to $60, where flax oil is only $16.
Facts.
I have 2 bottles in my fridge right now.
Chia seeds is good too.
Yes, but you want to soak them for bioavailability. Chia seeds by themselves are just good for fiber when you're just having them as is. I love making chia pudding. Just pour like an almond milk and dried strawberries and let it sit overnight. Tons of protein too, but it has like a protein fat ratio. It's like 3 grams to 3 grams, which is kind of high.
Right.
But you definitely want to soak them first, and that way they increase their bioavailability for absorption of omegas. Yeah, and also inexpensive. That's the thing.
That's a good
and then
right
grind
there.
up flax seeds is actually a good replacement because it gets really like viscous and sticky. Great for baking and replacing your bananas.
Nice.
Not replacing your bananas, placing your eggs in your banana recipe.
Sure.
Sorry, I said it backwards.
That's good game.
There you go.
That's what I be using as well.
Yeah.
That was a little secret right there.
There you go. But
I also use avocado for that reason as well.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
avocado pudding is
good,
bomb.
It got good fat.
Avocado chocolate pudding, you have to try it.
Yeah, I made a cake with it before.
Oh my God, it's so good.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
They're like, why this cake green? I'm like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Pistachio.
Yeah.
Why is this
Turn it
cake
to the Hulk.
green?
No cap. So the last segment is called Keeping It Player.
How player?
Do you think, come up with something? I want to hear what your take is.
16
on
bars
something
real
that's
quick?
Keeping It Player.
Okay, go ahead.
What's player to you?
See, I'm trying not to bring up stories from my past.
No,
but
that's what it's all about.
What's player today?
It's about leaving somebody. It's about leaving the people with something.
See, and this is the thing. I think the most player thing you can do is put people on game, stop gatekeeping, and be transparent with how you do business. Because nobody like, I get it. People are out there to steal your brand, steal the things that you do, and I understand that. But I can't build up walls and think like everybody's going to do that to me. So how I've been able to keep it player and keep it pushing and stay the plug is really just pretty transparent. Somebody asked me, oh, I saw you do this. How much did it cost? I was like, this is where this is where I got it from. This is how much it costs, and this is how you can get it. I'm not going to get it for you.
Yeah.
You know, but this is how you can do. And I had somebody else, I'm going to shout out Joe from Keep It Vertical. She did it for me in my early days, got me to self-publish my own book, because she self-published her own book. She was one of the first business owners I've ever met that kept it 100% player. Didn't even know me. I knew her cousin.
Yeah.
And she was just like, this is how I did what I did. This is my publisher. This is where I print my shirts from. This is how much it costs. And did it take away from her brand?
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Now we could both be bosses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's player to me.
Yeah, that comes every once in a blue moon, that you find somebody that's authentic enough to
unfortunately.
share some game. Cause I got a few people like my partner Young LA. He one of the few. I tell him all the time, and a lot of people steal it and run from it, and he still don't let it discourage him.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I love the most, because that's how you keep your blessings going. You can't let it change the person that you are, because people gonna be who they are no matter what. You
Bottom
feel what I'm
line.
saying? So you just gotta stay focused and just. You gotta bob and weave through that shit, because it's gonna get rough. You're gonna get a lot of people, especially when you get more popping.
Yeah.
And when you get more when you get more power.
Yeah.
And people start following you more.
Yeah.
They really gonna close the door. They gonna make it. You gonna be running up to that motherfucker, and they gonna be like, oh, you missed it by 1 second. Your ass was late.
Because the reality is, you know, when you win, somebody loses.
Yeah.
That's just a part of playing the game, you know, but it's a lesson in each.
Yeah.
You know, and it's about how people take their lesson.
Right.
And a lot of people are bad with taking lessons because
Yes,
they don't
sir.
know how to listen.
Right.
They have poor communication skills. And that's why you got to change your diet and listen to plant-based radio.
And then listen to plant-based radio and buy some
You
plants
feel
from
me?
Plant Plug.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. The losers I have come across lately is that I have been in the boat with them, and then they try to become captain of the ship.
Yeah.
Those have been the losers I've been coming across lately. And is that going to change? Yes, there's different types of losers. There's not one type of loser, just like there's not one type of winner.
Right.
So those have been the losers I've seen lately. They try to become captain of the ship and not pay me my coins, my doubloons, my buried treasure. You better give me that shit.
Hey, man, you got to pay her coins. Yo,
Now, you already know it's your boy Adios.
this Maurice P.
And this is Plant Plug.
Plant-based radio.
This is my baby Mercedes.
Hi, Mercedes.
We out here.
And we out. We see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Peace.
Thank you.
It's the plant-based player. It's the plant-based player.
I'm too smooth for these niggas.
Wavy on the beach, so that shit knock. Hey, chopper make you dance, you do a TikTok. They told me to take a break, I made a pit stop. Hey, all these punches, you want a kickbox. I'll jack your ass up like a rim shot. Hey, my money ain't funny like Chris Rock. I'm trying to make it out the trap, I'm trying to buy stock. A nigga left them pills alone, this nigga's dying off. Oh, it's the plant-based player.
Innovative.